A couple weeks ago, I rebooted the COD History series, and I started doing all of the top 10s with my list, with my pick, instead of the community. You guys really have been showing a lot of support, and we're going to continue on. And today, we're going to do the most unusual, the most weird, the most out of the ordinary guns in COD history. If you never missed this series, do me a favor, take a second and drop a like and leave me a comment and let me know how long have you been watching the COD History series. And this is going to be my list. So if you want to do your list in the comment section or over on Twitter and hit me up with it, definitely get involved. And Call of Duty tends to be pretty grounded with its weapons most of the time. It's trying to be somewhat realistic with its setting. However, there have been a good amount of oddballs throughout the years, and that's what we're going to go over today. We're going to go over 10 of the most unusual weapons in COD history. I'm running a huge Fortnite 15,000 V-Bucks giveaway the entire month. All you have to do to enter is like this video, be subscribed to the channel, turn on your notifications, and leave me a comment why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached. The winner will be picked at the end of the month. To kick off this list, I'm going to start with the EBR 800 in Infinite Warfare. This, yeah, I know, lackluster Infinite Warfare. Oh, there's some people that liked it, but it obviously didn't go over that well, but it was weird. The EBR 800 was a sniper rifle, assault rifle hybrid weapon that could either be fired semi-auto in the sniper form or fully auto in the assault rifle form. Personally, I like the idea of hybrid weapons. I thought it was pretty cool, but it's still a little strange. Under what circumstances would you want your sniper to be an AR all of a sudden? And it also didn't help that this gun didn't do the sniping or the assault rifling, if that's even a thing, very, very well. And I think it's a good one to kick off this list. Next up, we have the Outlaw in Black Ops 4. This is a brand new sniper rifle in Black Ops 4 that has seen a bit of action in both multiplayer and Blackout Battle Royale. For what I've seen, it's kind of becoming a love it or hate it weapon. The Outlaw is a very strange hybrid between a sniper rifle and a 6-shot revolver, meaning it is a sniper, but with a giant 6-shot spinning magazine, like if John Wayne had designed this thing himself. The Outlaw is one of the fastest firing snipers in the game, keeping with the revolver comparisons, but also has a very, very small one-shot kill range, as it will only kill with a single bullet to the head. And all that being said, the Outlaw is visually one of my favorite guns in the game so far. I love the idea of a sniper revolver hybrid. At number 8, I'm going with the R70 Ajax in Black Ops 3, and BO3 had a lot of experimental weapons in it, and the R70 Ajax was one of the first ones to be added. This was an LMG, light machine gun, added back in July of 2016. It is an unlimited ammo weapon with weird 3D printing mechanics instead of a magazine. The gun starts off with 50 rounds, and it automatically generates more over time. So you kind of had to pace your shots in order not to run out and then be stuck with an empty gun in the middle of a firefight. Now, personally, I like this idea. LMG spam is kind of a problem in Call of Duty games, and the R70 Ajax was the perfect solution to that problem. It was a powerful LMG, but it literally couldn't be spammed because of the ammo printing in place of the actual reloading. I would love to see this idea come back in some form or fashion in Black Ops 4 if they decide to add new weapons. At number 7, we have a very controversial SMG from Black Ops 3. People either love it or they hate it. You let me know in the comment section, which side of the fence do you fall on? The Pharaoh in BO3. Now, the Pharaoh was a 4-round burst submachine gun, and while it wasn't the first burst SMG the series had to offer, it was the weirdest to me. Previously, we had the Cheekum, the fart cannon from Black Ops 2, but the Pharaoh just handled and looked a little weirder. We also had that one, the AMR-9 from Advanced Warfare. It was a 5-round burst, I do believe. Now, the fire sign with the Pharaoh also didn't make it much better, but let me know, what is your thought on this gun in the comment section? Because like I said, people either love it or they hate it. At number 6, we have the DIY Renovator in Black Ops 3. Do it yourself, people. This was added to Black Ops 3 as a wave of weapons with a tool theme. When you were younger, chances are you thought about this. If you took your dad's nail gun as a real gun, and, well, that's what they did. They made the Renovator. It's a nail gun. It was an SMG with a 25-round magazine that fired slowly, and it hit hard. It was also pretty interesting because of the firing hit scan bullets like other weapons. Now, the DIY Renovator fired projectile nails with travel time, and that could be picked back up like a combat axe. The gun also didn't show up in the enemy's minimap, despite being pretty loud, which was also a nice little touch. Now, I think it would be pretty cool to see Black Ops 4 introduce some more tool-themed weapons down the road once people get bored, okay? Like stuff that people would make themselves in a desperate attempt for self-defense. Not anytime soon, but once they get to that point where they feel like nobody's really excited, maybe throw some cool stuff out there. At number 5, the Eraser in Infinite Warfare. It is no secret that a lot of Infinite Warfare's ideas came from Black Ops 3's notebook, but the Eraser was one of the cooler ones. That being said, it was still pretty unusual. The Eraser was one of those special heavy weapons for the combat rigs, and it was functionally identical to the Annihilator from Black Ops 3 and 4. However, instead of being a superpowered revolver like the Annihilator is, the Eraser was a laser gun that would instantly evaporate whoever it shot, reducing them to smoldering nothingness. It's always interesting to see a gun that does more than just make the enemy ragdoll, and I'll admit, it was pretty satisfying to shoot someone with the Eraser in Infinite Warfare, make them just completely disappear from existence. Speaking of Infinite Warfare, we're going to stay there. We're going to go with the Proteus. Another hybrid weapon in IW, this time a mix between a sniper rifle and a shotgun. Now, the Proteus was added to the game in June of 2017, and it could be used as a buckshot shotgun while hip-fired, or you could zoom it in for a sniper. This gun caused quite a stir in the COD community when it was first added because it was actually bugged to give the player infinite range when you were hip-firing, meaning you could cross-map people in hardcore modes just by having the enemy on your screen and pulling the trigger. This bug was obviously quickly fixed, but even after that, the gun was weird, although I do kind of like the appeal of it. One of the most common problems with sniping is that you get rushed. You're put in an awkward position because you have to pull out a close-range weapon, right? Well, with the Proteus, the sniper was your close-range weapon, so it allowed you to react faster in those scenarios where you got pushed. It's pretty cool, actually. Oh man, let's go far, far into the future for number 3 with Advanced Warfare in the EM1. Everyone was curious as to what this would mean for the series, and the EM1 definitely showed us what was in store. It was pretty much the first laser weapon in COD history, and it was absolutely bizarre to use when Advanced Warfare first came out. It was a heavy weapon that would fire a continuous laser beam and melt anyone who got in the way of it, which that was pretty cool, I guess, but it was a far stretch from anything we had seen in Call of Duty up until this point. It's more than deserving of the number 3 spot on today's weirdest weapons, if you ask me. And this was a love it or hate it, and most people hated it. At number 2, let's go back to the tool shed, literally. The D13 sector in Black Ops 3. This special launcher thing, that's what I'm going to call it, was added to supply drops in October of 2016, and it took a while for people to really consider it to be a good thing to use. The D13 sector is a one-shot launcher that fires a massive saw blade at the enemy, which will bounce off 5 surfaces before it actually detonates, instantly killing anybody that it hits during that process. Now, Black Ops 3 definitely had some wacky weapons. I mean, we had a mannequin arm, okay? That should have made this list, but I just ran out of room. But this was pretty crazy. Black Ops 3 was a pretty wacky game, and I wonder if any of these types of weapons will be added down the road in Black Ops 4. Now, like I said, I wanted to put Lefty in here, but I ran out of room, and at number 1 today, I've got to go with Venom X and Ghost and Infinite Warfare. I mean, I'm sure most of you expected me to have this at number 1. The Venom X is a reoccurring Infinity Ward weapon that first appeared in Ghost, and then it made its return in IW. It's a heavy weapon that fires some weird alien acid projectiles at people, and it has what I consider to be the weirdest reload animation in COD history, as you pull out this little alien sack and you drain it into the barrel of the gun. Now, it started off as a zombies exclusive weapon, then it was a bonus map specific weapon in Ghost, and then Infinite Warfare added it as a standard weapon for anybody to use via the custom classes. And it was weird, to say the least, to see people running around with this alien acid launcher thing in multiplayer. But if we're being honest, it really wasn't that out of place in a game like Infinite Warfare. And there you go, guys. Those are my picks for 10 of the weirdest, most unusual guns in COD history. And there's a lot more out there, but when you can only have 10, you kind of have to narrow it down. You guys, let me know where you agree Let me know where you disagree. Drop a like. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you enjoy this series. Turn on those notifications. And in the comment section, tell me, what is the weirdest gun that you think Call of Duty has ever came up with? I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon.